Θα κάνω ό,τι μπορώ, αλλά θα μιλήσω σε αγγλικά. Αλλά όλα τα slides είναι σε ελληνικά. It's crazy, but there it is. I think all of you actually manage quite well in English, so I'm not going to feel worried about that. Let me just say something. It's an obvious problem about the world population increasing. That's the problem. The good thing is we're all living longer. I'd actually see that as a positive thing. But nonetheless, we have some issues about it because it's not about how long you live, but it's how well you live. And we are not in Greece living well. In other words, life expectancy increases, healthy life expectancy has declined. This is not a message for doctors. This is not a message for hospitals. This is a message about how we promote good living in this society, and we can do it. Why a library, for heaven's sake? Well, because many of you here, whether you are, I hope some of you are from the local authorities, apart from Mr. Kadizis, but also many of you who are in research programs, who are involved with the public, in NGOs, in any other format, know that getting information to people, whether they are older people themselves, their carers, whether they're health and care professionals, is actually quite difficult. Keeping people up to date with what is going on is hard work. The technology sometimes is running faster than people. We have to have a good interface. And so one of the things that we wanted to do is to bring together the research findings that are being done all over Greece, the actual production of those, the projection of those to the public, often through NGOs, but not only, so that there was a solid basis for people to refer to. And the classic method that used to exist was the library. We don't really use libraries in the classic sense anymore. We are moving towards electronic libraries, and students and researchers use those. But our problem in Greece has been we have no department of gerontology. We have no department of geriatrics. We have people all over Greece interested in these subjects, but not working together. Incidentally, this is one of the fields where we all come together and actually see one another and talk. But it seems to me we needed a common basis. I'm very delighted to say we have worked with a very good webmaster who's sitting up there, George Babayan is up there. And we have very lucky. We asked for, we applied for, and got money from the Tima Foundation to work for 1 year to establish this library. On the 1st of October, very symbolic, it's the Day of Older People, if you don't know, we launched the library. It's got 1,100, have I done something wrong? No. It has 1,100 entries already, and of course these will continue. What is different about it? First of all, it is Greek. I'm talking in English, but it is a Greek library. What does that mean? It doesn't mean that everything is written in Greek. It means that there's an abstract in Greek, there's a reference in Greek. The material itself is designed for a whole range of people. First of all, and that's where we got the money from, why we got the money, it is meant for public users. That is to say, whether it's older people, carers, or health professionals, care professionals, it is meant to be read first and foremost by them. And those articles tend nearly always to be in Greek. So it's a very easy interface. When you begin to talk about research findings, then we begin to get far more research findings that are written mainly in English. But we all know that it's hard work, and I'm the first to say it, to read in another language. You need to know if actually it's worth reading. So it's a little crib. The abstract tells you, yes, this is the subject I want to read on. Then you make the effort to go and read it in English. And you can usually, we couldn't get permission. We've got permission for all the Greek publishers, but we don't have permission. So we've only used open access. So actually the article is basically there for you. Except where it isn't, that is to say where the big publishers have the rights. And there we assume that researchers can get access through their own research libraries. I don't think you need to know how we did it. I think it's kind of, you have to work on thinking about it and developing your categories. I have to say there are entries in most categories. We're checking them now, but not everything. There's not a lot. There are areas that are missing, which is interesting because that will help students and researchers think about what is missing and why. And we are continuing on. There were many people who were involved in the research, and I won't go into this. There is a form for entry, but we do it. In other words, if you send it to us, we will actually do it for you, because then we actually do some kind of control. It is not journalistic articles that go in. It is good science, whether this is done by researchers and reproduced by NGOs or local authorities for use. So it is not just general chat, it's good science behind it, what we know so far. We also, you can see the kind of things we have in it. Of course, I really want to focus on the end. I don't want to need to go into this, what it contains. You have to go and find out what it contains. We have a stand out there, which you can read. You can more slowly than I can possibly do it in 10 minutes. But you can go into the library. And where is this library? You're going to find it. Actually, it doesn't come up very clearly here for some reason. It's Gerolib, GR. There you should go in, please do. Try and use it. See how you get on with it. It's pretty easy. It's pretty obvious. I can use it. Most people can use it. You can use it magic ways. You can use it with keywords. It is very simple. Simple because we want it to be simple as an interface with everybody as potential users. Obviously, in a sense, we have it with the Gerontology GR, with the Hellenic Gerontological and Geriatrics Society. It's there, so if you get lost, you can find it there. It really shouldn't be difficult. And one of the jobs we will be doing over the next couple of months is linking it to sites. That is to say, if you want to host it, come and find us. We will put a spot, and then people can find it and link it and actually get access to it. A library is only as good as its usage. So 50 Plus will be putting it up on its site within the next week or so. Other people will be putting it up as a spot. Why am I really rushing through this? Its survival depends on every one of you in this room. One, to use it, because if you're here, you're interested in new technology, and that new technology often involves health of older people. That's where the majority of users are. So you should be interested whether you're involved in new technology, whether you're involved as local authorities. You should be using this library. But even more so, you may know articles, good articles, that we haven't come across. Please send them to us, link us to them. It's only as good as our updates. And finally, it's only as good as your support. Many of you, I've already cornered Professor Mestheneos. He's agreed. We need a little money, and I do mean it's not a lot, to actually make this library survive. It will survive if it's used. It will survive if it has a tiny bit of funding. Now, every one of you who has ever participated in European programs knows there is money for communication of results. Yeah? At least any program I've ever seen is. Please earmark 30, 50 euros. We will project your findings onto a special page through the e-library, so you will reach a lot of people. Make sure that you write it for the public or for health and care professionals as well. make sure that the scientific information you have is not kept amongst scientists. Make sure it is used by the public and by those people who are practicing to make quite sure that older people's lives are lived better, in better health, in all respects, and that we do better by our old people. Thank you very much.